Navio is the digital solution for Macmillan primary and pre-primary courses. For teachers, the Teachers app on Navio has everything you need to help you plan, prepare and deliver your classes, as well as helping you to monitor and track your students' progress. The Students app on Navio provides an immersive 3D world with language learning activities in a video game environment for them to practice in class or at home. Let's take a closer look at the Teachers app on Navio. With one simple login, you can choose your class and start teaching. All of the class materials and management systems you need are in one place on the Navio class dashboard. There are Tap and Teach lessons to help you prepare and teach your classes. The Students app on Navio gives you easy access to what the students can do on their app. Teachers' notes have full instructions on how to use each activity from the course. The Progress Tracker gives you a complete picture of how your students are doing. The Resource Bank gives you access to all the materials, for example, audio and video files, extra grammar and vocabulary worksheets. The Test Generator has ready-to-go tests and all of the activities for you to make your own tests. And Manage the Class allows you to add students to classes, keep track of passwords, and see when students last logged in. Let's look at Tap and Teach on our dashboard. Tap on the button and this takes you to the list of units. You can prepare your lesson by downloading all units or one unit at a time. Let's look at a unit and take a closer look at a lesson. For example, Unit 1 of Global Stage. If you click on the carousel, the yellow icon in the bottom left-hand corner, a learning pathway of sequenced activities pops up, with all of the steps in the lesson ready for you to teach. As we slide across the carousel, we can see all of the activities for a lesson. The small icons or thumbnails of the activities are clearly labelled so you know at each stage where an activity comes from. There are also extra activities on the carousel for you to select. You can just follow the learning pathway as set out for you or jump to any activity by clicking on it. In the carousel, you can see the Filter Activities icon. This offers you more flexibility so you can personalize what you want to teach. In the Filter tool, the first view is Show All, an overall view with small pictures of all the activities. In the menu at the top, you can also see other components, such as a language book, a Students app, flashcards, extras, etc. The components you have for your particular course. Use the tabs to look at just one component at a time or different components. Look at the menu bar along the bottom of the screen. On the left, you can see the carousel icon, then the reference to the book and page that is open. Next, you'll see the menu icon to go back to the list of units. By clicking on the book symbol, you can look at the language book to help you quickly guide your students to where they should be looking on the printed page. We always have a reference to the page we're on at the top of the screen to help us navigate our books and know exactly where we are at any moment in the lesson. We also have the option to zoom in or out using the zoom. If you are using Tap and Teach on an IWB interactive whiteboard, a layer is created over the activity so you can use the whiteboard tools. You can use the pen tool to write or draw on the activity. For example, you may want to circle something in a picture to focus the student's attention. Use the Move tool to select any pen marks or masks so you can resize, move, or delete them. Use the Masking tool to cover part of the activity or create a spotlight on an area. You can change the shape of the Masking tool from a square to a circle, and you can change the size of the masked area. Great when you want the students to focus on one section of the page and not be distracted. Or you can invert the mask and hide objects or areas of a picture. This is good for playing memory games. The rewards icon allows you to take the register or roll call for the day. Click on the button marked Students on the menu bar at the top. All students are automatically marked as present by Navio, so all you need to do is select those students who are absent. When you have finished, click Next. In the Lesson Rewards tab, you can choose a student at random. Random Pick is a fair way to let Navio choose one student in the class as a volunteer. Organize your students into teams by clicking on the numbers at the bottom of the screen. Number 1 shows individual students. Numbers 2 to 4 will create teams at random, or you can select students by clicking on their name and moving them across from one team to another. You can create up to 4 teams with Navio. Shuffle your teams by clicking on the Shuffle icon. To award points to your students, click on number 1 to go back to individual students and select a student. Then click Add Points to award them 5 points. You can also remove points. Simply click again to add or remove another 5 points. If you want to award points to a whole team, click Select Team to select all the students in one team. You can then award points to the whole team at once. When you minimize this screen, your students' points are submitted and your teams are saved. Use the timer to challenge students to race to finish activities. Use the blue arrows to adjust the time and click Start to minimize the tool and start the timer. If you click on the timer, this will stop it. You can resume countdown by clicking on the Resume button. When the time is up, the timer turns red and an alarm goes off.